Hi friend, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches, and today we are going to do a flip through of Better Homes and Garden Cross Stitch and Needlework, which used to be Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This is from October of 1997. It has been a while since I've done a flip through of the vintage magazines. If you are new and you're new to my series, I have several in the playlist, vintage flip throughs. I enjoy flipping through, stitching from, and collecting old magazines from when I was stitching back years ago in the 80s and 90s. I have a few from the early 2000s, and I have like sporadic from more recently, but the bulk of my collection is 80s and 90s, early 80s to all in between. So I've just started a series sporadically also of flipping through these magazines. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you just remember if you also stitch these things as you were years ago, or maybe you'll see some things that you had forgotten or new things to you lovely people who are a lot younger than me but still love to stitch. So anyway, we'll just keep going. This is the cover, and all of these are in here. I usually tell you what is on the front and what the stitch is, but there are several, and there are better pictures inside, so I'll just show you the front. Better Homes and Gardens got Cross Stitch and Country Crafts in the mid to late 80s, I believe, and then it was Cross Stitch and Needlework, and then it was something else. It's been 3 iterations, but after Better Homes and Gardens has had it for a while. All right, so let me get situated here, and usually I go through and show some of the commercials, the ads, just to see show you what was available at the time. Cross My Heart, and this is one from Mill Hill I thought was lovely. I love that one. I don't know if we can get these anymore. I haven't Googled to see if they're on eBay or Etsy, but all right. So the first one, we had letters to the editor. Let me show you. Letters to the editor after the table of contents. Right here, letters to the editor. And there were only 2. One spoke of taking your projects to doctor's appointments, or to while you're waiting, just as a way of passing time. And then the other one talks about how to block. And they said how to block your needlework after you wash it. And they were having a problem of it being still distorted. And the answer, they talked about if it was a pretty sturdy piece of fabric like Ada, they talked about just washing it again. Maybe it would help as long as there's color fast floss on it. If it is something a little thinner, linen, even not even weave linen or Jolene or something like that, that they suggest wrap it around, roll it up in a towel and wrap it, and then start to block it. That was that. And the first one that I will be stitching soon after, well, I'll show you in a minute. This is Pumpkin Patch from Ursula Michael, I believe. Did I write it down? No, Jim Williams. Ursula has one in here. This is from Jim Williams, and it's a pumpkin seed packet. It is 130 high by 90 wide. I love that. There are lots of shades of colors. Let's see, I didn't write down how many of them. Lots of shading. I'm not at my desk, so I can't just have the things handy. Like right here, it's like down lower. I have to look at my bifocal. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 colors, which is not that bad. I thought it was going to be more than that. And some back stitching, which always makes things stand out. Isn't that lovely? That is on my list of things to stitch. The next one is called Halloween Banner. This is fun. I'll show you a close-up in a minute. This is by Laura Holthorpe? Yes, Collins. I wanted to make sure I had it right. So fun. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. Well, let me show you this house. This is the interior right here. This house right here. Isn't that neat? So neat. And I love the alphabet. I love the numbers. I don't stitch a lot of Halloween. I'm more of a fall stitcher, but I don't know. Just something about that. So good. Oh, it is 242 stitches high by 52 wide. Sorry, I didn't mean to bonk you. 242 by 58. Is that what I said? 58? It's 58 wide. And all the instructions to make the banner. There are quite a few colors, but there's also quite a few specialty stitches and blended blends. So where you have one color and one of another, and there's Krynic. it's quite enhanced cross stitching. I'll say that. There is straight stitch, a star stitch, and a French knot, and then blended needle back stitch. But you can see the Krynic. I mean, it's really sparkly pretty. Right in here in that, and then here. So fun. All right. Next is the Ode to the Jack-o'-lantern. Right, Scarecrow. I'll get it. Ode to the Scarecrow. 101 stitches high by 180 wide from Pamela Kellogg. And it says, "Tell me, Mr. Scarecrow, do you think I'll fly in fear? I know," let's see, here we go. "I know you're just a man of straw, blindly standing here." I guess this is the crow. Yes, crow talking to the Scarecrow. "I laugh at you, oh Scarecrow. You're really quite the sight. A little man all dressed in rags who can't put up a fight." The crow is not scared. And then this one, here's another one. This is called Halloween Window. And it is stitched on like a white, and then you cut out this part here and stitch the pumpkin in black, and then this is on top of it, on the white one. The web is really cool. There's a lot in here. But oh man, that would be so worth it. Let's see here. That's the Ode to Scarecrow. Here it is. It's 83 high by 53 wide. And there's a satin stitch, Leviathan stitch, which is like this. And there's a small Smyrna cross and a small Leviathan stitch. And then it talks about how to do the window, the cutting and the weaving. Blended threads, there's an Algerian eyelet, I already said that. Smyrna cross is a blended Smyrna cross. Needle weaving, which makes that, the needle weaving is right here around the edge of the window. I mean, there's just so much. It would be like almost a study in needle point, almost. And there's Krynic. Let's see here. So yes, that's fun. Here, look at the web. Isn't that neat? Oh, so neat. All right, next is called Pretty Poppies. This one was it was in Antiquities, so it's not by anybody. And did I say who the Halloween one? Okay, the Ode to the Scarecrow is from Pamela Kellogg. I did say that. But the Halloween window is Patricia Andrell, I believe that's right. This Pretty Poppies pillow is a piece of Berlin work. It was originally a chair seat cover from the 1800s, late 1800s, about 1880. It's stitched on 11 count for the pillow, and it gives you all the instructions on how to make the pillow. I'll just go ahead and show you. But this is a design from, I wouldn't say Antiquities, because that, to me, that says Antiquities would be, a long time ago, which I guess it would be. It's called Berlin work. It's just an antique. I think it's pretty. Stitched on 11 count brown Penelope canvas. And then it'll tell you how to make the pillow and what you need for the tassels and stuff. It is 129 high by 122 wide. And there are a lot of shades, but no specialty stitches. Lots of shades. Lots and lots. Oh, the continental stitch. That's the only specialty stitch. All right. Next. My nose is itching. Flosstube nose. This one, I don't know if you remember. If you're as old as I am or older. Oh, sorry. Oh, let me put... Let's see here. I'll do this. I need something underneath that. Here we go. That'll work. But I didn't have any personally. Stitches, shirts with the Ada already on it. I remember stitching something on the cuff or on the collar, but I didn't have Ada on the shirt itself. But I think that's neat. I think it would be nice as a, like a napkin ring holder or napkin holder ring thing. I think it would be pretty that way. Or maybe just a border for a sampler. I think it'd be pretty. Pretty. It is 18 by 94. So that's the design. 18 tall or 18 wide, I guess, if you're going this way, by 94 high. It is designed by Barbara Sestock. It's a 28 count fabric here that's already on the shirt. Okay, and then there's the cornucopia from the front page, this is a bigger page. Here we go. Pretty. Let us give thanks. This is designed by Barbara Sestock also. It's 147 high by 136 wide. And there are blends and French knots and chain stitches. There we go. You gotta have blends to get all that shading. So pretty. And then there's a Golden Harvest napkin. That would be a beautiful small. It is 52 square. If you do the border. Now, if you just do the leaves and the acorns, it's 34 by 34. But if you want to add the border, it's 52. This is from Alice Akon, A-K-O-N. And so is the next one. It is the casserole dish holder, and it's also flanked by two bits of patterns. Let's see here. And I'll hold the top, maybe. There we go. I'll just do that. There you go. That goes on the casserole dish. I'll show you that in a minute. This is 30 high by 146 wide, and you get the alphabet. It's right here. right there. I think that'd be a cute drum. Or pin cushion. It wouldn't be a drum. Aren't drums taller than they are wider, and like a pin cushion would be wider? In any case, I think that'd be cute for that. And then this is also on the front cover, but you can hardly see it. It's a wreath. It's called the Fruit Wreath Table Runner. And this is the picture of it all completed. And this is a closer picture of a portion of it. This is Ursula Michael. This is 208 by 206. Here we go. I think it's pretty. The grapes, pretty in the pears. And then there is a grape bell pull. If I can get to it. Here we go. Very pretty. At first I wasn't drawn to it, but now every time I look at it, I like it. This is all stitched. This gray, here, I'll show you a close-up. Right here, this is stitched. The gray or the gold and purple background is stitched. I don't know that I would do that. I would just do the leaves and the grapes and the branches just on a piece of maybe oatmeal colored. But I just, every time I look at it now, I think it's just pretty. So pretty. It is by Jim Williams, 281 high by 53 wide. And it gives you the instructions on how to make. These are really good. I mean, all of the finishes are very detailed in the instructions. All right. Yes, this is Pumpkin Parade by Lois Winston. They're cute. 67 high by 87 wide. There are no specialty stitches is the next one. This one has just a back stitch and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. That's glorious. All right, this next one. Okay. This is also a study in needlework. What would I do with this? What could I do with this? I guess frame it. My foot's itching. Did you see me scratching my foot? Look at that. Let's see if I can get some good light on that. Okay, so there's a lot here. This is it's called Victorian Diamonds, and it's from Janelle Geis. 70 high by 195 wide. There are blends and beads and tassels, diamond eyelets, a cobblestone stitch, and bullion knot roses, or one rose, I guess. Where is that? Okay, that's in between each of those. There's a bullion knot rose. Isn't that beautiful? Not my aesthetic at all, but oh, I would do that just to have the experience of it. Karen, Stitching Owl, if you're watching, that looks like you. That looks so dainty. I mean, it's very you. To me, it is. It's dainty and beady and just pretty. Pretty. That could be one of your ornaments. Anyway, it is, the experience of stitching that. Oh, so pretty. All right. The designer profile in this magazine is Christine Rogalski, I guess. She does folk art type designs. This is Christine, and these are her designs. She is Cinnamon Heart Needleworks, and I did not look to see if they are still around. If she's still around, is she still designing? But here in this magazine, here's some more of her work. Very folky. Oh, I love that one. the ornaments up there. I may have to look for her. There, see, this is her. If you can see her cinnamon heart needleworks. See her logo. That's the word. In this magazine, we get pumpkin and marigolds. This one here, which is also one that I am, spoiler alert, stitching currently. It is 80 high by 50 wide. And since we're on spoiler alert, here's where I am right now. Right here, I just have it on a piece of oatmeal. Ada, I think it's 16 or 18, I'm not sure. There's a scrap. That's where I am. I've got almost all the leaves done, got a good start, and then I start on the pumpkin. The pumpkin's going to take a while because it's solid, and it is 1800 stitches, I guess. So that I'm excited to be working on that. Hopefully you'll see a good chunk more. I'll get it on Tuesday. Let's see. Next is, what is this called? Fall Splendor. That's what I thought. This is by Linda Reeves. It's a sampler. 114 high by 70 wide. There's half crosses, half and half cross stitches, which I did not know was a thing. Long arm stitches, herringbone, Italian stitch, star stitch, satin stitch, and a wheat stitch. And it says, ripe grapes overflow, bright green apples and violet red apples are mingled. Okay. Then just two more. I do want to do that one also. I like the wheat stitch. That looks fun. Also how to do the, in here on pages 62 and through 64, I believe, this is a refresher on needlepoint for the grapes and the pillow. Just a refresher on needle pointing. Helpful reminders, tips, things like that. I guess that's it. Yes, that was it. Fall Splendor was the last one. And then the buyer's guide. There's not, let's see, this is holiday ornaments. There's not really a whole lot left in the magazine. That is all. The end. DMC. All right, that is it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this flip through of cross stitch and needlework from October of 1997. I'll get that right at some point. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I will be marking the ones that I still want to stitch, and I hope to get more done on this. This has been fun. I started it during the first game of the series where the Blue Jays just knocked the Dodgers out pretty good, but we won't talk about last night. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and I will see you coming soon, and hopefully Tuesday, if all goes well. Bye, friends. Oh, if you have any questions about this magazine, let me know. I'll get back to you. Thanks.